Jonathan, you guys are in the postseason for the fourth straight year. If you had been told you guys would be in the playoffs 4 straight years back when you first joined the team in 2017, would you have believed it?
Yeah. No, I think the first year we're just concentrating on winning more than 4 games probably. So and it ended up being good. But I think it's something that our group and this organization should be really proud. I mean, 4 straight years in the playoff. That's how you build a franchise. And but at the point where we are, it's time for us to step on in playoff, and we cannot come in any short than a Stanley Cup.
Next question tonight goes to Justin Emerson, Las Vegas Sun.
Hey, Shay, just kind of to expand on that, making the playoffs is obviously great, but you guys have goals bigger than just making the playoffs. So how much of this is kind of nice, but knowing that it's just the first step?
Yeah, I think, reaching that point, where we are right now, in the season, I think it's good. But, I think going forward, we have to focus on our game. We have to kind of be ready for the situations that are going to come. I think down the stretch, that's when you have to really rev up and play your best game. Leading into playoffs, whoever you're going to play or, wherever you're going to finish, you kind of have to be ready for all scenarios. So, it's good that we're in, but, we have a lot of work to do, still to prepare for it.
We'll go to David Shane with the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Hi, Shay. Can you take us a little bit through Alex's goal, that pass that you made to him, and just maybe at what point you kind of saw him open there?
Yeah, I was honestly going to shoot it. But I'm not sure where he came from, but, he popped out of the side of the net and, made a good play. So, it was a good goal, and, it was good. That was a go-ahead one.
We'll take 2 more questions for Shay and Jonathan. Next, we'll go to Christopher Chapman, Fox Sports Las Vegas.
Yeah, hey, Jonathan. It's your second career 4-point game. The other one came against the Sharks as well. What is it about playing those guys that brings that out in your game? And how much Swedish do you pick up playing with Matthias and William?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I said to Stormy earlier today, I think we're probably played over 100 games against them, so we kind of know how they play, and same for them. And I think we've been doing good against them, and we seem to be playing the right way. And it's good to have this success, especially against a divisional team like that. And obviously tonight would rally out. Yanni was there and he did great. I mean, Yanni has been pretty impressive since he showed up here. He's a straight line guy. You know what to get from him every night. He has consistency, and he's a great player. And honestly, it's been a real treat playing with him. And obviously, Carly has been great for us, not just this year, but for the 4 past years for us. So you just know what to get from him every night too.
Final question for Shea Theodore and Jonathan Marchessault comes from Brian Blessing, the Vegas Hockey Hotline.
Shea, 8-game winning streak. Obviously, things are going right. What do you think's been the key? It seems like all facets of the game are clicking. Is it one of those things that kind of keep it simple and the good things come from there?
Yeah, exactly. I think at this point, we're just trying to focus on every game. We have to play the right way, and it seems like sometimes we're lapsing and in our plays, but Flower's stepping up, guys are stepping up when mistakes are made, and again on the other end, guys are capitalizing on their opportunities. So it's good to see, and hopefully we can keep that rolling.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, Matthias, could you just talk about the transition for you, getting a feel for new teammates and then getting the opportunity to play with Carlson and Marchessault, and just how the transition's been for you since arriving?
Yeah, I think both the transition to the team and today to play with them has kind of been the same. It's a great team with great players and playing great right now and winning. So it's been easy. Everyone's been welcoming me, and it's been really fun. And today was just another step, playing with great players, like I said. So hopefully I can keep contributing, and hopefully we can keep winning.
Next question tonight comes from Ben Goetz with the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Hey, Mark, what have you liked about your switch on the power play to more of that net front goal line role? What do you think that maybe opens up in your game?
I don't know. I mean, our power play was struggling. And part of the reason was I wasn't playing very well in the half wall. So I think we had to make adjustments. And, we tried something different. I'm in front of the net now. I don't think it's changed anything. I think our power play is starting to really be a lot more relaxed. I think sometimes we're panicking with the puck. I think most of the goals that we're scoring right now are being able to have poised plays, through the middle, up to the point, and making the right decision. And I've just been the fortunate guy to bury the goals. But I think our power play, when we start to find that poise, to kind of settle things down, calm things down, that's when we're at our best.
Next question tonight goes to Jesse Granger with The Athletic.
Hey, Mark. Robin Lehner spoke this morning about relaxed protocols if players were vaccinated. I'm wondering if you were under the same impression.
With Robin, I support him with everything. I don't think people really understand the things that he's gone through in his life. He's a big advocate for mental health, and I think this has been tough on him. It's been tough on a lot of people. I think he is really passionate about the mental health side of the world. He has come a long way in his life in becoming the person, the teammate, and the goalie that he's become, and the family man that he's become. So I respect him. I'll always have his back, no matter what.
Next question goes to Justin Emerson, Las Vegas Sun.
Hey, Matthias, to follow up on that first question a little bit, you've played 5 games with the Golden Knights now. I'm kind of curious, after a trade, when you kind of feel like, I guess, you're part of the team and less of a hired gun just kind of dropping in and coming in. And is it right away? Does it take a couple of games to kind of feel part of the group?
Yeah, I mean, this year was the first time that I kind of switched teams over here. So I kind of got to. It was a similar situation going to Chicago with the short train camp, and didn't see a lot of guys before the start of the year there. So kind of took me about five games there to get my game going. Here, like I said, it's been the luxury of having a great team and playing winning hockey. So, I mean, I've had every opportunity to really find my game. Coaches have been great. They've been playing me a lot more than I could ever ask for. So it's really been easy, but I think the hard part is to maintain it and to try to keep getting better.
Time for a couple more tonight with Mark and Matthias. Next, we'll go to Chris Chapman, Fox Sports, Las Vegas.
Yeah, hi, Mark. You seemed like you were more excited for Max getting his 600th point than you were for your goal. Obviously, not a ton of American-born players have reached that milestone. So could you just talk about how special it was to be a part of that with Max?
Yeah, I mean, he scored his 300th, a week ago now. I mean, there's not many guys in this league. I don't know how many it is to score 600 points. Not many guys play 600 games, let alone score 600 points. So, I said to Stormy after the game, this one will probably potentially collect some dust because he's probably going to get 700. He's going to get 800. So, but it's a great milestone. Anytime you get into the 500, 600, 700, it's an impressive feat. Just shows consistency that he's had throughout his game and throughout his career to be able to do that.
Next question comes from David Shane, Las Vegas Review Journal.
Hi, Mark. I was wondering if you can expand a little bit on your goal, just because the last couple of them have been similar with that play kind of on the goal line. Is that just a read when you get the puck on the power play down there, or what do you kind of see when those plays open up to kind of stuff it the way that you have?
Well, I think it's read, it's studying the other teams, and it's other players around me making great plays. I think Max completely froze, it started with clean entry, settling the puck down, and then Theo kind of freezing the forward, and then Patch really freezing Burns, I think it was, and the goalie. The goalie was really expecting, I think, Pash to shoot that. And when he went down to me, I was just, it was more of a read, just being able to have a little bit of time to slide it in.
Next question comes from Ron Futrell, Channel 8, Las Vegas.
Hi there, guys. Congrats on the win and making the playoffs. Wanted to do a little follow-up to what Jesse asked. Were either one of you guys under the impression that COVID restrictions would be lifted after vaccination, as it's clear that Robin Leonard was? Were either one of you under that impression as well?
Well, I think Robin, like I said, Robin, he wants, and I think everybody in the world wants a normal life. We want to get back to having our stadiums full. We want to go out for dinner on the road. We want to, gather with our teams. We want to do all this stuff. But, I think, like I said, there's a person there. It's tough. And it's not just us. It's not just us as professional athletes. And we understand that. We're very fortunate to be able to do what we do. But it is tough to go out on a week road trip. And sit in your hotel room and go to practice, go back, sit in your hotel room. It is tough, especially for guys like him who have been through that mental health part. And you sit there and you're thinking about your thoughts all the time. So I understand completely for him. And like I said, I'll never not have his back. I'll never not have any teammates back. And I support him 100%.
Guys, thanks for the time tonight.
Thank you.
Just making the playoffs isn't the ultimate goal for this team, but is it nice to have that first step out of the way?
For sure. It's an accomplishment in this league. 31 teams to make the playoffs. It always has been. And, I don't overlook that. I've been on the other end of it and scratched and clawed and missed. So it is an accomplishment to take that first step and be part of that playoff. And really, once you get in, all those 16 teams have an opportunity. So it's nice that we punched our ticket.
Next question tonight comes from Justin Emerson, Las Vegas Sun.
Hey, Justin.
Hi, Pete. You've seen plenty of guys come over to new teams over at the trade deadline. I'm curious if there's kind of an adjustment period where a guy maybe doesn't feel so much like a hired gun and kind of feels more like part of the team. Speaking specifically of Matthias Janmark getting his first goal with the team tonight.
Yeah, for me, he it's been seamless. And you know what, it usually isn't. So, from a system point of view, from a style of play point of view, he plays a north direct game the way we want to play. He supports the puck. He's a smart player. We had heard all those things, but until you actually get the player in your group and on the ice and in games, you never know what that fit's going to be. But it's been seamless, and he's going to really help us here.
Next question for Pete comes from Stormy Bonatoni, the Vegas Golden Knights.
Stormy.
Mark said he felt like the power play has just felt a little bit more relaxed. Max said that he feels like it's gained some stability. How much is that group starting to trend in the right direction for you?
Well, yeah. They're scoring every night and they're looking dangerous doing it. I think our most dangerous power play was the first part of the one at the end of the period we didn't score on. So that for me is what we're looking for. Even on the nights the pucks don't go in, we're grabbing momentum, we're creating chances, we're putting pressure on the other team. So it is a big confidence thing. And when you get a couple, you do relax, and when you're dry, you start to squeeze your stick, and the pressure piles on a little bit more than it probably should. But I like where it's going, and I like how we're scoring. We're scoring with pucks and bodies to the net. So
time for a few more tonight with Pete. Next question for him goes to Jesse Granger, The Athletic.
Jesse.
Hey, Pete. What did you think about Robin Leonard's comments this morning about the expectation of relaxed protocols if players get vaccinated?
Yeah, what, I'm not involved in those NHL Players Association conversations. I know because I'm living it, but particularly seeing firsthand what the players go through, that it's not easy, and it's a lot tougher on some guys than others, and not just Robin Leonard. There's a longer list there, that aren't standing out in front talking about it, that have struggled with it. So, I don't have a real comment on it. I support what Robin has been through, and I'm glad he's here, and glad he's with us, and glad he's battling through this.
Next question tonight goes to Willie Ramirez with the Associated Press.
Willie.
Hey, Pete. We see what we see up here on Press Row during games. We know the strengths of the team. This is the fourth franchise in NHL history to make the playoffs in each of its first 4 seasons. You've taken 2 to the Stanley Cup. Is there an it factor that you're seeing with this team right now as they're playing that you see it can get to the Stanley Cup that maybe we're not seeing as a coach?
Well, you never know. I like our group. I like our team. I think we have as good a chance as anybody. But it's the toughest trophy in pro sports to win for a reason. There's a lot of other things that go into it. Are you going to be able to stay healthy? Are you going to, in the close overtime games, you're going to find a way to score those key goals? Are your special teams going to be better than the team you're playing? So, there's a lot of things that have to go right, but, we've given ourselves a chance. I wouldn't trade our group for any other group out there. We're excited about the opportunity.
Next question tonight comes from Chris Matthews, Channel 8, Las Vegas.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Pete, I was just wondering, you got 10 guys on the team that were there from the start, basically that original roster. And now you've been able to blend that mix and mix them right and do what you need to do to have a successful team. How has that kind of been to blend the old with the new and make this team what it is today?
Well, great roster building by George McPhee and Kelly McCrimmon and the pieces they've added, to add guys like Mark Stone and Alex Pietrangelo, those are franchise cornerstone type players, that typically never get moved. So, the ability to them going out and acquiring those type of guys, is exceptional. And, what this franchise has done so far, I think is unheard of. And I don't know if you'll ever see that again out of an expansion team. So, this is a very competitive league, and it's very hard to make the playoffs. So for an expansion franchise to do what this group has done over the first 4 years is incredible.
We'll take one final question tonight. That goes to Christopher Chapman, Fox Sports, Las Vegas.
Chris.
Yeah, hi, Pete. I guess kind of along those lines, you guys took control of the game after you killed the penalty to Tuck. Could you just talk about how this team has the ability to just kind of blow things like that off and really thrive in situations like that?
Well, I liked our resiliency. I liked our calmness tonight. I thought at the end of the first period, we could have been up by 3, and we weren't. Their goalie was good. And we stuck with it. And we took some penalties. We found a way to kill off, get some big saves at the right time. But we stuck with it. There was never any panic there. We weren't over pursuing things or getting out of our structure, trying to win the game single-handedly. We stuck with it and wore them down. And I think that's probably our strength.
Thanks, Pete.
Thank you.
That'll conclude the team's post-game media availability. We'll send out recordings shortly. Thanks, everyone.